peeps of the internet, I am the Longing Gamer and you should be playing The Division 2. Of course, all of these impressions that I'm gonna talk about just come from my personal experience on the recently open beta for the game. But without further ado, let's talk about The Division 2 and what it's doing right for the looter shooter genre, man. So as I'm doing this video, The Division 2 has been already released for all consoles on the early access 3 days before. I'm just waiting for the Friday for the second wave agents to get my hands on the game. Now, so first of all, solid tactic gameplay, change of pace from the classical power fantasy of other looter shooters. This does not mean that you won't feel yourself powerful playing the game. It means that the satisfaction comes in a different kind of way of gameplay. So, for example, you in Anthem and in Destiny, you blew up, do cool shit and all this stuff. In The Division 2, you tend to like be tactical and then get your satisfaction from shooting and winning like tactical battles in the field. And the game, of course, makes you take tactical and how approach the challenging activities of the game, which I personally like. Is not for everybody, I understand. But for the people who used to play like Splinter Cell and that sort of Tom Clancy strategy games, is very good. Even I'll go far as to like say that it will scratch your itch for playing for the people who plays XCOM and that sort of tactical games. That will help too. The enemies don't feel dumb or swarm inclined as the other games on this genre. They will flank you and take good position and pressure you with their abilities. This is very good Qualcomm because it pushes the actual tactical approach to the game. And on top of that, I was seeing a stream about the AI in the game and they were talking about a system that kind of counterpart the RNG or the like randomless generation of the enemies, and then they accounted for so the player don't feel like it's unfair that they just magically spawn an enemy by your side or something like that. That was a really cool thing to know about the game. The skills and item systems are super deep. Stats in each weapon feels different. There are talents on the weapon that applies different buffs. We have set item stats and much more, to the point that I must watch 4 separate YouTube videos to understand all this game has to offer in build customization, which makes me so much happy because I can like tinker and like make another builds and that sort of stuff. The endgame is really chunky. This is a game that is actual build thinking of the big picture of the endgame for players. I saw an entire stream of devs just talking about the endgame and just leave me baffled on the amount of content and variation and progress planned for this game. We have after level 30 a complete reset of the map, an envision of hardcore enemies, reset of the stronghold, more intensity in the open world, and freaking war tiers that unlocks with certain conditions. For now, we know of 4 tiers, but they teased a 5th tier that comes with promised 8 players rate. On top of that, you have 52 unique bosses roaming the open world associated with a deck of actual cards, with an actual like poker deck of cards. 3 different stages of difficulty missions. These apply for all activities. I think I heard them call them hard, challenging, legendary, and epic or something like that. I don't remember well what they were exactly talking about in the difficulty discussion, but it was like really good for me. On top of that, we have 3 different Dark Zone, which is the signature PvPvE activities on The Division. 2 with normal gears and the other with all your gears available. And in this version of the game, they put an exclusive PvP only activity to round up the options with like, I think it was like 3-4 maps for release, so people can experience this only PvP version, which is interesting. They kind of cater to everybody. I didn't get to experience the Dark Zone. I was afraid, to tell you the truth. But it looks cool and I will get in it for sure. I was afraid I was gonna get destroyed on the Dark Zone, and I'm not used to that kind of experience on my looter shooters, but we will see. It looks really cool, like the concept, it feels really cool to experience. There is a ton of content, and going by the time I spent on the open beta to get to level 8, it's all cool and it's worth it. Some streamers have the sensation that it's probable that with the amount of content in the endgame, and if the established season reset, casual players won't ever get to scratch the surface of the content of each reset for this game. for me is great and keeps the games fresh. Overall, I'm really pleased with The Division 2 and I've already pre-ordered the game. As a first time player of the franchise, I'm really happy going into it. So far, for the first impression that we've been having this day and a half where the game has been live, they're all positive, little to no bugs. They have like the random audio bug which is being fixed very soon, but besides that, everything that I've heard is positive. Great items, loot everywhere, no problem with the game, and that's it. I think, in my personal opinion, that you should be playing The Division 2 right now if you enjoy looter shooters, if you enjoy tactical gameplay, if you enjoy think about the scenario that you're trapped in and have a little bit of fun. It's a kind of like, it feels like, for me, feels like a little bit of Walking Dead with this post-apocalyptic feeling, and then you go and try to survive against random people, and there's like contamination, and then the concept of the Dark Zones where everything is free and you can kill people and that sort of stuff. It feels really good game, so I would recommend it. And that's it, that's where my impression, and I tell you that you should be playing The Division 2 if you like looter shooters with good tactical decisions. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you think that my opinion is interesting or something like that. Leave your comments on the comment section, of course. Subscribe, like, give me a kiss, send some highs, say hi to everybody, pass by my stream, of course, if you wanna have a good conversation with me. And I will see you in the next video, agents of The Division. Oh my god, this game looks so good, I want to play now. Bye bye, ciao ciao guys, see you next video, ciao ciao.